Experiencing a nuke in virtual reality. I should probably put my headphones on for this. Oh, I kind of missed the blast. Okay, so that immediate flash of light seems kind of scary. Okay, the first thing I heard you're supposed to do is not stare at the sun. You can start singing Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles, but don't stare at the new sun that just formed along the Pacific Ocean. Whoa! Okay, so you do not have much time to hide from that sonic wave right there. Is that the worst of it? I'm pretty sure that wave probably would have taken you out. Wait, why are things getting sucked back towards the mushroom cloud? Is that normal? So now what I have heard from my own research, you gotta find like a bunker. You gotta get down into a bunker and just like chill there for like a week because the radiation is gonna be flowing everywhere. You're on a deserted island though, so I think you're kind of screwed. But thank you for looking at it. I guess in this scenario it's like virtual reality. They have to like, you know, you want to look at it, but just don't do what this guy's doing. When exactly do the radioactive monsters like Godzilla start to form, though? That's my question. That thing goes up so high. I mean, I know that that's the case for mushroom clouds, but it's weird to see it from this angle. Well, so all this vegetation just immediately disintegrates. I'm trying to think like what you can do. Okay, if you ever see that, probably just drop to the ground immediately. There's like a huge flash of white, and then right here you have like, what, 10 seconds? Is this stuff burning up already? You have like 10 seconds before the wave blasts comes through everything, which what are you gonna do? I wonder what would happen if he like was swimming in the water. Actually, now that I say that out loud, that's probably a horrible idea. I'm gonna assume there's probably some sort of force that comes through the water too, maybe? Oh yeah, what about a tsunami? Wasn't that supposed to happen? Radioactive waves. The world's skinniest skyscraper has just been completed in New York City. I feel like they've been building this thing for a while, and I know that they were like bringing in tenants, right? At least in the lower floors. Or maybe they were just trying to sell off the space, but I don't know if anyone was living there, but they were working on the top part for a while. And basically one of the spaces, probably at the very top, is $66 million. Who needs 4 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms? Is that necessary? Crazy how long it took him to come up with this building when I built something just like this in my Minecraft world. These are 2 buttons from a British Royal Air Force uniform back in WW2. When you put them on top of each other like this, they act like a compass. That is the smartest thing I've ever seen. So just in case you get shot down behind enemy lines, you can try to make your way back. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure to inform you that bees do not fly in the dark. Some of the best news I've heard in like a year. I like bees, I just don't like to be around bees. I'm pretty sure this happens for a lot of flying insects, right? I don't really see a whole lot of flying insects at night besides like mosquitoes and things that are attracted to light. Maybe I should take that back. Maybe bees would be doing better if they did fly at night. Maybe I shouldn't have said the great pleasure to inform you thing. Although this man is claiming that is not true exactly. Some farmers in Bangladesh have switched to raising ducks instead of chickens because during a catastrophic flood, ducks float. Wait, are you gonna eat them though? I'm confused about that. And apparently this is also Vietnam. Yeah, this is definitely not Bangladesh. I'm assuming there's probably a better reason why we choose to raise chickens instead of ducks, but this is a smart plan as well. At least I think it's a smart plan. I don't know much about animals. 3D printing of a fully articulating dragon. I can see the dragon. Oh, this is one of those, this is definitely not a European dragon. Oh, well, the thing looks kind of slimy, but no, it's probably not. Those are its scales and everything. I want one of those. I do prefer these dragons. They're a lot more pet friendly, I think. Okay, I'm really bothered that I don't own one of these now. A little bit of how to survive Australia 101. I guess to let kangaroos know that you come in peace. I really want to fight one of these one day. I mean, I don't want to hurt it, but it just seems like a fun thing. I've seen so many kangaroos just completely beat the crap out of people. I just want to know if it would beat the crap out of me. It depends on how big it is, yeah. Look at this fool, he's trying to grab them. They will grab you and just choke you out. I love how Australians have just kept it a secret for all these years that every time they like leave their house, they have to fight one of these. It's so normal for them. They're just used to beating up a kangaroo to survive, but it's nothing to them. They all know how to defeat. That's why they're such good fighters. They have weaknesses against emus though, but I wouldn't do that. Oh, whoa. I don't know if I trust these things. Funny how we just go throughout life accepting that these things exist. It's like the most alien-like creature I've ever seen. King George VI having fun, circa 1938. I'm so glad I've finally figured out where this image comes from. I've seen it everywhere. And now that I know, it looks even more epic. It's like someone shouted as he was going down the slide, "Andy's coming!" It's hard to tell, but he has Andy written on the bottom of his shoe. To be fair, it was 1938, so there's probably a lot of things that were worrying him at this time. This Titanic model ship apparently apparently sinks exactly the way the Titanic did every time. Although, are y'all sure about this? Have you explored the world of the different theories exactly the way this boat sank? It gets vicious out there. People have based their entire personalities off of how exactly the Titanic sank. This is a drainage pipe in Lake Berryessa to prevent flooding, and it looks like the most terrifying thing. It looks apocalyptic. I'm gonna say what literally everyone is thinking right now. What happens if you fall in? What if you're in like some like sad little rowboat and you just start getting sucked in slowly? There's nothing you could do, right? You could try to jump out of the boat, but you're still not gonna be able to swim faster than the water's going in. Is that how you make it down to the Mushroom Kingdom? This is apparently a lake in Northern California. I didn't even know about it. I'm going to assume it sends the water out this way. This looks like a dam, so maybe you'd be okay if you fall in. Please do not trust the things that I say sometimes, though. I mean, moderately okay. Like, maybe there's a chance of survival is what I should be saying. 1969 murder. Oh, Zodiac. Oh, yep, someone has got sucked in before, and they did not make it. Oh, that's what it looks like without any water flowing in. Yeah. I'm good. This diver just got randomly attacked by a swordfish. I didn't realize swordfish attack like that. I don't need more fears of the deep ocean. I don't think anyone really does, but here we are. He's just looking around like, bruh. I guess, what do you really do? Or can he not see it? Maybe he's not paying attention. I'm gonna assume that this guy can't like pierce through your tank. Then again, he was getting some speed. Those swordfish go fast. He's just chilling. Yeah, you really messed up today, poor diver. Came to the wrong neighborhood. Each of the 8 stadiums at the World Cup in Qatar will have large arrays of gigantic air conditioners to battle the very hot temperatures. I'm really glad they put this man here for reference. I actually thought these were gonna be gigantic at first. Like as big as that huge hole just going into the middle of the lake. This looks like more than 8. Is this just one though? This is probably just one. And then they each like, yeah, I see. This makes me wonder how they do air conditioning in any stadium, let alone in the middle of the desert. Wow, temperatures in this country can get as high as 122 degrees Fahrenheit on a regular basis. That's the key words. Just a normal 122 degree day. I think I'm gonna wear a jacket. Costco's hot dogs have remained $1.50 since it was first introduced in 1984. After the company president complained that they were losing money on it, CEO Jim put his foot down. If you raise the price of the effing hot dog, I will oof you. Oh, I think I've read this story before. This man has put his life work behind the hot dogs. He is nothing without these bad boys. Costco is just a food place disguised as a grocery store. Oh, you thought robots weren't scary enough? Get ready for this bad boy. Not only will he completely destroy your entire family, but he'll probably one day be able to dunk on you as well. And he got hands. He got hands. Get this guy in the NBA. Why is it almost more interesting to me to watch an NBA full of just robots than the real NBA? I don't know. I'd be very impressed. Have like the team managers just be like these tech dudes that are like really smart. Every year the robots get better and better. This is a mousetrap back from 1862. This doesn't look like any mousetrap I've ever seen. Is it gonna slap him with that spoon up there? That is probably an effective method, although that looks like a musket or something. Okay, the little mouse goes in there. Why would he? You just shoot his face off. I'm sure this isn't an effective strategy, that is for sure, although someone might get caught in the crossfire. Did you put cheese in there? Is that the... I'm guessing you put some cheese in there. Oh, and then this triggers it. Oh, and then there's the... I see, and then just boom. Well, you can't argue with that. This is where the US and Mexico border wall meets into the ocean, so I'm assuming this is somewhere near like San Diego and Baja California, maybe. I don't know what I imagined this to be like, but I definitely didn't imagine this. That's not even like a pier. I guess I thought there'd be like more of a pier. You know, piers go pretty far out there. It'd also double as, I don't know, like a restaurant. Put a restaurant out there. A shared one that both sides can go to. The Great Wall of China does something similar, except it looks 1,000 times better. Why not make it look like a castle? To be fair, this looks like there's nothing over here. It's not like there's land. I mean, maybe there is. Where is this point even at? Oh, for some reason I was thinking it was in southern China, but it's actually way up north. This wall is just located somewhere randomly up here. Why did I think it'd be in the south though? I mean, they were trying to stop the Mongolians from invading. Okay, so from a different angle, I guess it does look a little bit different. Also, I'm being told that there are guards, obviously. You can't just go out there and not expect to be spotted. Okay, wow, that is a huge difference. This brings a whole new perspective. What is even that? Is that a giant stadium next door? That really looks like a giant stadium. And that is the Mexico side, I believe. And the US is like nothing over here. It's a huge stretch of land. North Korean generals apparently wear the medals from their fathers and their grandfathers, which North Korea isn't actually that old of a country, so the more generations that go by, they're gonna have to start putting these medals on their pants. That is assuming North Korea lasts that long. Imagine wearing like your great-great-great-great-grandfather's medals and everything else that follows. I guess there's always like the back, and also these uniforms look pretty big and baggy. I guess that is so hopefully they just keep having more and more room. Or maybe their plan is just to give away less medals in general. That works too. This might be the most random thing I've ever pointed out, but I've been noticing that a lot of like North Koreans have really baggy clothes. Like I cannot help but stare at Kim Jong-un's pants all the time. It gives me like 2001 vibes. Everyone was wearing stuff like this. Like there's such a huge difference between Putin here and the glorious leader. That must just be the style, I guess? I wish I knew, actually. Fashion in North Korea. That needs to be a documentary. Okay, this is sadly kind of hilarious. The motorman is about to jump out of this train because he thinks there's gonna be a head-on collision. So he tries to make it. Not too bad of a fall. Looks like it hurts, but he did all that for... Well, it looks cool, and they got it on tape. He's playing it off nicely. Talk about iconic footage. See, here it is again. Here he is walking out, like some parachute pants or something. His vest, though, is different. Anyways, this is the famous North Korean footage they just released. Very epic. I wonder, like, what cinematographer, like, escaped to help them? Did somebody, like, from the US go? Wait. Is this really how the raw footage goes? This is not re-edited by somebody? No, this has got it. I refuse to believe this is what they released. Wait, I think this is actually what they released. How is that possible? Meanwhile, here is what the Canadian-US border looks like. Or at least one aspect of it. There's just like a park on one side. So I'm assuming technically you're not allowed to just walk across, but you can talk to these people. I mean, this man seems like he's gonna walk across. How exactly does this work? Okay, I am seeing a whole lot of different images showing the border being pretty open. This house is literally in between both sides. There are certain ports of entry though. Obviously there's gonna be some stuff like this. I guess the US-Canadian border is the longest undefended border in the world. Yeah, it shares the world's longest undefended border, basically running along the 49th parallel. It's more than 5,000 miles long. It's just basically road. This is the Red Beach of Hormuz Island in Iran. I know about the Strait of Hormuz. I didn't know about the island at all. This looks like I don't even know. Kool-Aid? Grape soda? Not grape soda. Red soda. What happens if you drink that? Is it okay to drink? I'm actually weirdly gonna say you can. Well, you don't really want to drink ocean water. I'm gonna assume this isn't pollution, but then again, why? Yeah, I don't know if I should do that. Yeah, it's coming out of the ground. It's due to high concentration of iron oxide. And the beach has been used for dyeing cosmetics, glass, and ceramics for a long time. I don't know why I didn't realize that there was an island here. Also, why did this get called the Hormuz Island and not, I don't know, this large thing? There's actually a couple islands out here in the Persian Gulf. So you're telling me they decided to call this formation the Persian Gulf or the Gulf of Oman, and yet you called this the Red Sea, even after you experienced the whole thing on that island. I think we just discovered another Iceland and Greenland scenario. And big thanks to Drew's sexy girlfriend,
young waifu,
I stole Drew's pet dog,
Argentinian grandpa,
AryanAfterHours,
aPhatNarwhal,
Alex Whitley is Mega Chad,
Barnsky W,
Canadian Union, Gaming Candy Cane 7889,
LuxembourgLover,
Majestic Unicorn,
Max Cooper,
Mimoshiki,
Nora the Bold,
Ortin
3 Smiling Lovers,
Philipp RF,
Robert
RyeThePie,
the Mexican 760.
And why am I doing this?